Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and distinguished participants, we have now arrived at one of the most anticipated segments of our program, which is the keynote address. It is our great honor to introduce our keynote speakers whose contributions and expertise have made a significant impact in their field. It is both an honor and a privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, a distinguished academician whose work continues to shape the field of education both locally and internationally. Our keynote speaker is Dr. Nadarajan Anak Lelaki Tambu, an associate professor and senior lecturer at Sultan Idris Education University, Malaysia. Dr. Nadarajan is widely respected for his expertise in moral education, moral pedagogy, qualitative research, and educational measurement. His extensive scholarly contributions have been featured in numerous esteemed academic journals, including the Journal of the Southern Asia Research Center for Communications and Humanities, Malaysian Journal of Learning and Instruction, Shanlex International Journal of Education, Muallim Journal of Social Sciences and Humanities. With a strong academic foundation and a deep commitment to advancing educational discourse, Dr. Nadarajan brings with him a wealth of knowledge and insight. Today, he will be delivering his keynote address entitled Theatre Forum, Inovasi Pengajaran dan Pembelajaran Pendidikan Moral. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our first keynote speaker, Yang Berusaha, Associate Professor Dr. Nadarajan Anak Lelaki Tambu. Dr. Nadarajan, the virtual floor is yours.
Theatre Forum ialah satu pedagogi pengajaran yang direka bentuk khas untuk mengembangkan 3 dimensi moral, iaitu pemikiran moral, perasaan moral dan tindakan moral. Ketiga-tiga dimensi, iaitu aspek kognitif, afektif dan psikomotor, penting untuk perkembangan individu secara menyeluruh ataupun secara holistik. Ketiga-tiga dimensi, iaitu pemikiran moral, perasaan moral dan tindakan moral, dapat dikembangkan melalui 4 langkah yang ada dalam Theatre Forum. 4 langkah itu ialah langkah pertama, sesi olahan skrip ataupun mengembangkan skrip. Langkah kedua ialah lakonan anti model. Langkah ketiga ialah sesi forum ataupun perbincangan. Dan langkah keempat ialah lakonan intervensi ataupun lakonan penyelesaian masalah. Keunikan pedagogi yang dikatakan sebagai pedagogi Theatre Forum ini ialah keempat-empat langkah dalam Theatre Forum akan dikendalikan oleh seorang joker. Joker ini adalah orang yang berperanan untuk menggantikan peranan seorang guru ataupun facilitator selaras dengan konsep fun learning ataupun apa yang dikatakan oleh Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia adalah untuk merealisasikan konsep didik hibur dalam pengajaran dan pembelajaran pendidikan moral. Dalam rangka olahan skrip, pelajar diminta untuk menulis sebuah skrip yang ada kaitan dengan diri mereka. Contohnya katakan dalam kehidupan pelajar mungkin mereka telah mengalami pelbagai konflik nilai ataupun pelbagai masalah yang tidak bermoral yang pernah mereka hadapi. Dan ini perlu mereka karang dalam bentuk skrip, dan skrip ini kita akan bawa untuk dilakonkan. Maka aspek olahan skrip ni ialah lebih kepada mengembangkan sebuah skrip yang mempunyai konflik moral yang pernah dialami oleh mereka dalam kehidupan harian. Ini dikatakan teknik olahan skrip. diolah oleh pelajar tadi akan dibawa untuk dilakonkan sebagai lakonan anti-model. Lakonan anti-model ialah satu lakonan yang mengandungi unsur-unsur negatif ataupun unsur-unsur immoral yang patut kita elakkan dalam kehidupan harian. Apabila pelajar melakonkan unsur-unsur negatif atau immoral ini, maka ini akan memberikan satu kesedaran kepada penuntut untuk mengelakkan perkara-perkara ini. Lakonan ini kita katakan sebagai lakonan anti-model kerana ini adalah model yang harus kita elakkan dalam kehidupan harian, bukan model yang perlu kita ikuti. Itu sebab itu kita katakan lakonan anti-model, dan lakonan anti-model ini akan berakhir tanpa apa-apa penyelesaian kepada konflik yang dialami oleh Selepas lakonan anti-model selesai, Joker akan mengambil alih peranan untuk membuat satu perbincangan dengan para penonton untuk melihat apakah masalah yang telah ditonjolkan oleh lakonan anti-model dan cara-cara untuk menyelesaikan masalah ataupun unsur-unsur negatif yang dipaparkan dalam lakonan anti-model tadi. Maka para penonton digalakkan untuk memberikan idea penyelesaian kepada masalah yang mereka lihat, dan perbincangan ini akan berlarutan sehingga semua penonton boleh mendapatkan satu idea penyelesaian yang baik untuk diselesaikan dalam lakonan intervensi. Tetapi Joker akan meminta semua yang memberikan idea untuk menyimpan idea, dan mereka perlu menyelesaikan masalah atau idea yang mereka ada itu dalam bentuk lakonan intervensi. Selepas sesi forum, lakonan anti-model tadi akan dipersembahkan untuk kali kedua. Pada persembahan kali kedua ni, para penonton akan berteriak dengan mengatakan freeze kepada pelakon-pelakon yang sedang melakonkan lakonan anti-model. Dan mereka, para penonton sekarang boleh tampil ke lakonan anti-model dan membawa penyelesaian yang mereka cadangkan tadi. Dan unsur-unsur negatif tadi akan mereka tukarkan kepada unsur positif dalam teknik role reversal ataupun role taking, dan akhirnya cerita yang negatif tadi yang dipaparkan dalam lakonan anti-model akan ditukar menjadi cerita yang lebih bersifat positif dan membawa satu penyelesaian yang lebih harmoni, bermoral dan yang lebih menunjukkan unsur-unsur kemanusiaan.
Okey, hari ni cikgu akan jadi unicorn.
Cikgu dah kembali bersama kamu semua. Siapa tahu watak cikgu? Macam mana dia dah tahu? Betul. Okey, cikgu kuda mana? Kuda. Nanti cikgu bawa. Turun action.
Hei, jom anda. Sebab nak gantung tak?
Kenapa baby? Satu. Okey. Sekarang ni kamu sudah baca.
Tak apa, lagi penting.
Sekarang ni kamu sudah baca.
Tak apalah guys.
Wow! Siapa ni? Okey, semua dah baca.
Dia kata pergigian.
Okey, semua dah bincang dah apa yang cikgu kita cerita. Dah. Kan faham eh?
Makan lagi. Tambah. Hey,
nasi tu mai.
hai dek. Apa cerita? Alah.
Maki mana mau?
Ha?
Maki mana boleh?
Dek, kamu packing sana sebelah depan rumah tu sana.
Oh, sana.
Sana boleh. Cepat, jom makan. Hey.
Oh, si baca ya.
Thank you.
Boleh makan dah?
Tidak lama kemudian, laju sekeluarga keluar dari rumah dan masuk ke dalam kereta.
Ayo, Ma. Kau macam ni, Cina pakai sekaki dia saja depan orang. Ayo.
Bersabarlah, abang. Mari kita turun dulu cakap dengan mereka.
Untuk makan.
Laju dan Vera turun dari kereta dan pergi ke rumah awak.
Ya, makan.
Oi, Cina.
Jom bersama.
Kamu punya pasal saya sudah lambat loh. Suka hati kamu parking depan rumah saya.
Sabarlah, abang.
Tidak. Lu apa pasal? Apa pasal mau diri sini? Tak apa lu kah?
Kamu lah apa pasal? Parking depan rumah orang, tutup orang jalan. Kalau orang emergency macam mana? Kamu mau tanggung?
Mungkin dia hal.
Sabar dah lah tu.
Hai. Apalah gaji kepada kamu kita ni?
Lah, saya pun tak tahu.
Wah, mesti buat ni.
Kalau boleh, aduh hati kasih ambil beras.
Sabar. Anak bersabar. Sabar. Saya rasa kita kena bincangkan perkara ni dengan baik-baik. Ya? Dan saya meminta bila bicara jangan beremosi sangat. Ya? Bagaimana kita selesaikan?
Saya pun tak tahu lah, tapi saya ini asal.
Cikgu kebenaran tak suka pada mereka semua. Sebab apa?
Tak suka. Jahat.
Dia orang tak berani mereka.
Tak berbeza.
Tiada. Okey, macam inilah. Cikgu senang cerita kan. Cikgu nak tanya soalan. Apakah isu yang kamu dapat lihat pada situasi ini?
Kawan satu bangsa je.
Memilih satu bangsa. Bangsa. Lagi?
Berburu sangka.
Berburu sangka. Lagi? Resis. Perkauman. Lagi?
Betul.
Selain pada tu? Pengabaian. Tajuk dia tadi. Tiada menerapkan sumber moral yang macam kita belajar tadi kan? Okey. Jadi, setiap watak ni, kamu seperti yang kamu maklum, 3 watak ni
Penonton.
watak yang negatif kan? Okey, seorang watak pertengahan, perantaraan, tapi mereka Zaim ni menggunakan kata-kata yang dia guna kata elok tapi dalam keadaan yang kasar untuk nasihatkan rakan-rakan mereka. Yang Cep pula, tak pernah dia tak bersalah. Okey, sekarang ni cikgu nak tahu apakah nilai atau sikap yang perlu diubah di hadapan ni untuk menyelesaikan dilema moral ni. Macam mana?
Oi, betul mana?
Buku!
Selamat petang semua. Saya mahu membuat aduan berkaitan dengan isu lawangan azan pada waktu awal pagi yang sememangnya mengganggu tidur saya. Maaf jika aduan ini menyebabkan ramai pihak rasa kesal.
Lebih kepada kreativiti seorang guru tu, di mana dia nak menyampaikan pengajaran dia melalui aktiviti TPDM lah. Okay, contohnya nak mengajar pasal nilai tentang kasih sayang dalam family. Okay, tajuk dia pasal family kan. Okay, di mana tu bila kita cakap dalam skop mengajar saja di depan mungkin murid takkan faham. Bila cikgu mengajar sahaja, jadi guru ni mengambil inisiatif dan kreativiti menggunakan TPDM melaksanakan aktiviti TPDM ni. Jadi dari aktiviti berlaku ni, murid-murid akan lebih nampak apa yang perlu dia buat, apa yang tak boleh dia buat, apa yang boleh buat dan apa yang tak boleh buat melalui nilai kasih sayang dalam family tu lah di-convertkan, dilimpas lagi melalui aktiviti TPDM tadi. Jadi sangat mereka sebut sikit.
Okay, kebanyakan guru melalui TPDM ni dia menggunakan konsep berpusatkan pelajar iaitu interaksi antara pelajar-pelajar sebab dengan adanya interaksi seperti ini proses PDP tu berjalan dengan lancar. Di samping itu juga dia nak pelibatan murid lah secara keseluruhannya semasa proses PDP itu berlangsung. Terima kasih.
Ya, aktiviti TPDM ini sangat menarik kerana ia ada berunsurkan didik hibur dan ia membolehkan pelajar berpeluang berlakon dan diorang mempunyai pemahaman untuk menyelesaikan sesuatu dilema moral.
Bagi pandangan saya, TPDM yang digunakan sementara oleh cikgu sangat menarik. Suatu platform yang baru untuk kita belajar sambil macam relax, santai. Ada lakonan tapi daripada bentuk immoral diubah menjadi bermoral.
Bagi saya rasa sebagai seorang bakal guru, saya rasa teknik ni sangat baguslah untuk digunakan dalam kelas sebab dia adalah sejenis aktiviti ataupun cara mengajar untuk pelajar lain supaya mereka melibatkan dirilah dalam pengajaran yang dianjurkan oleh cikgu itu sendiri. Jadi saya rasa PDM ini memang sesuai lah. Di samping menarik minat, di samping itu juga dapat memberi ilmu yang baru kepada pelajar dan juga menambah ilmu juga kepada seorang guru itu.
Selaras dengan konsep fun learning ataupun unsur didik hibur, pelajar-pelajar mempelajari nilai yang kita ajar dalam teater forum ni secara santai, secara bersahaja dan secara harmoni ya. Ini selaras dengan satu bentuk pengajaran yang dikatakan sebagai design for humanities, di mana penerapan nilai-nilai murni dan kemanusiaan serta akhlak dan moral dilakukan secara bersantai di dalam kelas dan tidak melalui satu-satu tekanan seperti biasa. Ini telah menggalakkan pelajar untuk melibatkan diri secara aktif dalam pengajaran pembelajaran yang menggunakan teknik teater forum. Apalagi dengan adanya unsur joker ataupun badut ini, dia merangsang lagi penglibatan pelajar untuk melibatkan diri secara aktif di dalam teknik pengajaran pembelajaran teater forum ini. Aktiviti dalam teknik teater forum ini mampu mengubah pelajar yang pasif menjadi pelajar yang aktif. Kalau kita lihat masalah generasi sekarang ini adalah mereka ni hanya melihat sesuatu perkara, sesuatu masalah yang berlaku di hadapan mata mereka tanpa membuat apa-apa penyelesaian. mereka lebih menjadi the ethical bystander, di mana mereka hanya meluahkan perasaan empati dan simpati tetapi tidak bertindak untuk menyelesaikan masalah itu secara langsung. Sebagai contoh, kalau kita perhatikan di Malaysia, jika ada kemalangan yang raya, ramai menjadi pemerhati saja dan tidak menjadi orang yang menolong mangsa tersebut. Tetapi dalam aktiviti teater forum ini, kita melatih mereka untuk bertindak begitu. Mereka akan menjadi lebih sensitif dan mereka akan lebih peka dengan persekitaran dan masalah-masalah yang berlaku di sekeliling mereka. Dan sehingga aktiviti teater forum menjadi satu latihan ataupun the rehearsal for their reality lah, latihan kepada kehidupan masa depan mereka. Teknik teater forum berbeza dengan teknik-teknik konvensional yang lain, seperti teknik teater konvensional, di mana dalam teknik ini kita memberikan suara kepada penonton. Bermaksud penonton dalam teater forum bukan menjadi penonton yang pasif, mereka akan bertindak menjadi penonton yang aktif dan cuba menyelesaikan masalah yang dipaparkan dalam lakonan anti-model, dan mereka akan menyelesaikan masalah itu dalam lakonan intervensi. Ini bermaksud kita memberikan suara kepada penonton. Ini satu keunikan yang ada dalam teater forum berbanding dengan teater konvensional, di mana para penonton langsung tidak diberikan tempat untuk menyuarakan pendapat mereka. Inilah kelebihan teater forum dalam pengajaran pembelajaran pendidikan moral.
Thank you, Dr. Nadarajan, for the insightful keynote address just now. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now continue to our final keynote speech. Fellow audience members and participants are kindly invited to post any questions in the WebEx chat box during the keynote speech session, and the question will be read aloud during the Q&A session. The final speaker for today explores a topic that resonates deeply in today's ever-evolving educational landscape: leveraging innovative pedagogy in the digital era, reimagining teaching and learning. This session will be delivered by not one, but two outstanding educators whose combined experience and insight brings depth and clarity to this crucial subject. Dr. Nelton Lampadan is a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Education, Asia Pacific International University, with over 35 years of experience in education, both in Malaysia and Thailand. His extensive career includes roles as a school teacher, administrator, and academic, and he has previously served as Dean of the Faculty of Education. Dr. Lampadan is currently focused on graduate level teaching and supervising the teaching practicum. His research expertise centers on student development and leadership, and he is a sought-after speaker on effective teaching strategies. Joining him is Dr. Rita Maidom, Vice President for Student Administration at Asia Pacific International University. Dr. Maidom holds a PhD in leadership for Andrews University and has more than 30 years of experience in higher education. She has served in leadership roles such as Vice President for Academic Administration and Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities. With a strong background in student development, academic leadership, and ESL education, she is a respected voice in both leadership and language education. Together, Dr. Lampadan and Dr. Maidom will share innovative strategies and insight into teaching and learning in the digital age. So without further ado, Dr. Nelson and Dr. Lampadan and Dr. Rita Maidom, are you ready for our keynote speech? Okay, while waiting for our speakers, as a gentle reminder, the committee would like to ask all participants to complete the registration process by entering the link at the displayed screen by clicking the registration link ahead in the chat box. Okay, so we're live, okay? So without further ado, please join me in welcoming our distinguished keynote speakers, Dr. Nelson Lampadan and Dr. Rita Maidom. Please welcome.
we are in Thailand, but we're able to participate this conference in Malaysia. And also knowledge turnover connectivity. Okay, there is a dramatic increase of speed and breadth of knowledge creation, sharing, and turnover. This era is characterized by high interconnectivity, where information flows rapidly across global networks, impacting all aspects of life. Societal and economic impact. The digital era has transformed business models, educations, where we are, healthcare, governance, culture. It has enabled new economic activities such as digital economy, change how people work and learn. People now can work at home online, and created new opportunities for challenges such as digital inclusion and privacy concerns. The last one is cultural and societal shifts. The digital era has led to the rise of digital culture, okay. Shift. So, the digital era has led to the rise of digital culture, where the digital technologies shape communication, entertainment, arts, social interaction. You've seen people who pay more attention to their phone than communicating with someone in front of them. That is seen everywhere. It has also shifted media from traditional vertical models to interactive and horizontal network. So, Gen Z and Gen Alpha. So if you belongs to, any one of us or our students belong to 1996 to 2010, they belong to Gen Z. I am in Gen Z, Gen X. I can see the gap. There is millennial, and there is also Gen Z and Gen Alpha nowadays. So these are the things that we need to be aware of. Not just aware of, it's intentional actions to ensure that educations move forward based on who are the people that we teach or we care of. So Gen Z students learn best through technology-rich, interactive, and practical approaches that emphasize active participation, collaborations, and real-world relevance. So now I'm gonna um, all right. I'm gonna hand over this the remaining slides presentation to my colleague Dr. Rita. Let me unshare here.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. Can you hear me? I need permission to share my screen.
Yes, we can hear you, Doc.
Okay, let me see. Can you hear me? Just a minute. I'm going to.
Yeah, I can.
Dr. Rita, can you please turn on your camera? Okay, Dr. Rita is now a presenter in this WebEx platform. You can share the slides from your side as well. All right, we're good. Okay, we just missed your camera again. All right, the slide is up. Thank you, Dr. Rita.
Okay. Video. Start the video. Just a minute. Oh, what's happened to my video? It was okay a while ago.
You can see. Can see it here.
Can you see me?
I see the name.
Okay, looks like the video is not working all of a sudden. Okay. Well, good morning once again. It looks like there's something not working with the video right now, but you can hear me and you can see my slide, right?
Yes, we're able to see the slide.
I get a response to see if I am heard.
See the slide.
Yes, we can see the slide, Doctor. And we can also hear you clearly.
As mentioned a while ago,
May I know if there is a speaker next to you right now?
Okay, just a minute. I will check. Hello. This is. There's coming in.
Let me get out just in case. Okay. Okay.
Hello. Is everything okay now?
All right, everything seems to be okay. No more echoes, Doctor, and we can see your slide.
Very good. Well, it's ironic we are talking about technology, and this conference is a great example of our attempt to integrate technology with sharing of knowledge, because we are doing this online and we can see challenges with technology. Now, technology is good, but there are just things that we need to learn to deal with. And I think what we have seen a while ago is actually a demonstration of the capability of technology, but the challenges that comes with them as well. Now, we heard a while ago the kind of generations that we are facing now. We have the Gen Z, and then we have the Alpha, Generation Alpha, and how different they are from what we were when we were in college or when we were, studying. And I think the challenge for us is how we can cross over the divide and how we can reach out to our students. But we will begin by looking at some of the challenges that we face. The Gen X, for instance, or even older, for instance, it's not that we don't want to learn technology, but there are just challenges that we need to deal with. And what are some of the challenges that we face? Now, based on the literature review, we identified at least there are 5 types of challenges and their impact. Okay, one is the training and skills. Many teachers do not have adequate tech knowledge to incorporate technology in their teaching. And because of this, most of the time technology is used for administration, class administration, rather than instruction. And even those teachers who want to learn, they are limited by funding. So lack of tech knowledge and insufficient professional development funding for the teachers to learn. And because of this, we see low tech integration in class. Now, in addition to that, there is also this stress and anxiety. Let's admit it, technology can be stressful for us. A while ago, like, wow, it was a little bit stressful to figure out how to share my video. There was actually a problem a while ago. For some reason, the webcam that I used, it has served me well for a long time, but all of a sudden it stopped working today, and I had to use my another camera. I mean, that's an example of challenges with technology, and it can be stressful. And some teachers just avoid using it because it's just no fun using technology. But this can be reduced by becoming more familiar with technology. If we can just have more training in this area. And then there's also issue with infrastructure. We just don't have the right infrastructure to integrate technology. For instance, poor internet connection. No matter how great technology we have, but if poor internet connection is not great, it will not work well. And also, devices to support technology is also expensive, and because of that, we don't have enough of that. And so oftentimes, schools with better funding will have better technological support for their students. And in addition to that, there's also this classroom management. We oftentimes, when students start using technology in the class, we are concerned with device misuse. For instance, we allow them to use the mobile phone, but then sometimes they go another location. Instead of using the mobile phone for their class, they'll be using it for something else. Maybe they go check on social media, for instance. And so this loss of control causes us quite a bit of anxiety, the teachers, And then one of probably a bigger challenge for us is our attitudes and belief. Change is difficult. We say, I managed through school with just paper and pencil, and why can't this new generation? If I did it, they should be able to do it as well. And so with that mindset, it's very hard for us to move forward because it just stops us from progressing. Now, what are some of the key areas that we can look in our teacher preparation? As mentioned a while ago, Teachers need to be equipped with digital competence so that they are able to integrate technology efficiently in the classroom. And this comes with determination and commitment from the leadership of our universities or schools in providing training for the teachers. They need to be provided the training. They need to be given both financial support and time to do that. Once they get the training, the teachers will feel more confidence. But in addition to just training, there must be constant support. The IT department of the university needs to be able to provide constant support to the teachers, and not just the university, but lower level as well, like our primary and secondary schools. And now, another thing that we need to be able to understand is we need to understand the Gen Z's learning characteristics. We can't use ourselves as judgment on how they can learn effectively. What worked well for us 20 years ago does not work well for the new generation. Now, having said that, I must be pointed out that research shows that the global characteristic of a Gen Z and the generation Alpha is not necessarily true to all Gen Z. And so, okay, for instance, in a rural area, students probably the Gen Z in the rural area, in comparison to the Gen Z in a city, will have a different preference in their learning. But to a large extent, Gen Z, the generation, this generation is different from our generation. So we need to understand them. And once we understand them, it's easier for us to be student-centered in our teaching, because when we plan our teaching, we can think about what works well for the Gen Z. And then here, attitudes and adaptability. As mentioned a while ago, one of the greatest problem in helping our teachers to adopt technology is their mindset. There is this resistance to change. And because they're resistant to change, they don't take the initiative to find out how they can adapt to the changing needs of our students. Teachers who are open to adapting their mindset are able to provide better instruction that meets our students' needs. And I would just like to share this quotation with you. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. There are things that we need to unlearn from our past because they are no longer serving the needs of our students, and we need to relearn. And the relearning may not be fun for us, but it's part of our responsibility as teachers. We owe it to our current generation and our future generation to do the best that we can do to provide innovative pedagogy that is timely for our students. And with this quotation, that's the end of our presentation. I think there's time for question and answer, right?
Thank you, Dr. Nelton and Dr. Rita, for the impactful speech just now. So we would like to welcome any questions from our viewers. Anyone can put any questions in the chat box.
Hello? Hello? You can play your speak.
Okay, we will open, we will have 1 minute. We'll give 1 minute for the audience to ask any questions for our speaker for today.
See you in my screen, and then you are there.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, questions.
Okay, thank you for the question. Can you hear me?
All right, it seems like there is one question from the audience, Doctor. I'll read the question to you. Dr. Rita, can you suggest ways to change teachers' perceptions on technology utilization? Okay, over to the speakers to answer the question.
And the persuasion will come in showing them the benefit of technology. Of course, the older the teachers, the harder it might be because they are depending on the age of the teachers. But we will need to show them the benefit of technology and start low, start very basic. One of the things that uh, our generation finds overwhelming is when we try to learn technology, the one who teaches us just goes very fast and is so overwhelming rather than going step by step. I Most of the time we ask the Gen Z to teach us, but for them everything is so easy. And so when we want to show them, we need to have somebody who understand the need for them to take baby steps. So showing the benefit of technology and showing how it can be done, because let's face it, technology can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming. And so if we start way ahead of time and going fast, it will overwhelm people. So persuade them the benefit of technology and then lead them step by step. And let's be patient with ourselves and with others, because it takes time to learn this. I learned when I first learned how to use Teams for my class. Oh, it took me quite a bit, a lot of mistakes. I had to be patient and I have to go get help. I hope there might be others with strategies and how we can change the perception. But one way is to show them. I think showing them the benefit of technology and how it can transform the classroom when done properly. It can be done badly, and that's why it can create negative impression. So doing it right will help people to see the beauty of technology. Thank you for the question.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, that marks the end of our keynote sharing session. Thank you, Dr. Nelton and Dr. Rita, for sharing your time and knowledge with us. The organizer kindly seek the cooperation of all participants and attendees to switch on your cameras for a group photo session, as we would like to capture this memorable moment together. All right, everyone's looking lovely this morning. All right, so there will be a committee that will take a picture. All right, let's take a pose. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. All right, another pose. All right, 1, 2. Okay, all right. Sorry, let's just rewind that again. Another pose. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, thank you all for your kind cooperation. So this concludes today's keynote session, and the session will resume tomorrow again for the keynote session, and we look forward to your continued participation. Distinguished participants, please be reminded that the parallel session 1 are scheduled to begin at 11 a.m., while the parallel session 2 are scheduled to begin at 2 p.m. We kindly request all presenters and attendees to proceed to the assigned session rooms using the provided links and ensure that they are prepared for the upcoming presentation. We extend our best wishes to all presenters and look forward to a series of insightful sessions. Thank you for your attention and continued cooperation.